try to go through this slowly. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what you're doing when you play a song. You just kind of make it up and you don't really think about what you're playing. So I did my best to do that. You definitely want to go and to the link and print the tab out. So I think I'm going to start off with going through the song up here where you can see the left hand. Okay, so we start out and we're just double thumbing. If you look at the first line of the tab, it's first string and fifth string, both open. Okay, then we come in and I'm going to strum all the strings and I'm going to hammer on a C chord, which is first string, second string, first fret, first string, second fret, and fourth string, second fret. Okay. Okay, I hammer on and I strum it again. Then you'll see a little double arrow there. One's pointing to an open fifth string, and one is pointing to this note, which is the second fret first string. Okay, so you can play either one. So I kind of like, sometimes I'll hit the second string and then go into the open strings. It emphasizes the melody more. So. Instead of hitting that fifth. Okay. Second line is kind of straightforward. It's third string open, strum thumb. We're going to hammer on the third string, second fret, and then go into a D7th chord, which is first fret, second string, and the second fret, third string. And then the last note we're going to play is the second string open. Okay. So we'll go through those first two lines again, and when we end the second time, we're just going to end on the third string open instead of the second string open. Okay. Then the next line and a half is pretty simple. We're just going to transition from some chords and do strum thumbing in those chords. Okay, so I'm going to hammer on into an E minor. This is the beginning of the third line now. So I'm going to strum them all open. Okay, I'm hammering on, which is E minor is second fret first string, second fret fourth string. Okay, from there I'm going to hit. Well, I'm going to hammer on and do a thumb. Then I'm going to go ahead and start strum thumbing. I'm going to pluck the fourth string, second fret. Then I'm going to strum the E chord, and then I'm going to hit the fifth string. Now I'm going to transition to a D chord, which is just the second fret, third string, and the third fret, second string. I'm going to hit the fourth string open and then strum them. Now I'm going to transition to the F, which is the fourth string, third fret, the second string, the second fret, third string, second string, first fret, and the first string, third fret. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of the third line and start over and do the third line and then the first half of the fourth line. Here's where it gets a little tricky. I'm still not sure if I have it tabbed out right. But what I'm doing is I'm going to a C chord, which a full C is going to be the, we've gone over this already, but it's the second string first fret, the 2nd fret 4th string, and then you'll come in here and grab the 2nd fret 1st string. But to start off with, I'm just playing the 1st fret 2nd string, and I'm hammering on into the 2nd fret 4th string here. And then I end up hammering on this 1st string 2nd fret to emphasize that melody. Good old Rocky Top song. Okay, and then I drop down into the 5th line. Okay, so let me try to play that 2nd half of the 4th line a little better. So basically the first half of that, I'm really just playing half the chord, and I'm not really coming back and grabbing a thumb. I'm hammering onto the chord, and then I'm hitting an open string in the middle, I think it's the 3rd string open, and then I'm playing the chord again a couple times quickly. Then I'm hammering on the back half of the chord. Then I come down to the 5th line. We're going to play 1st, 2nd, 3rd string open. Okay, that's the 1st measure of the 5th line. So I'm going to start at the 5th line and play through the rest of it. The rest of it's pretty straightforward. Okay, it's basically strum thumbing, and all you're doing is kind of moving around on the open strings to get to bring the melody into it a little bit. So we're going to go. Again, you remember you've got a driving right hand. It's just constantly going, and if I was to play this fully up to speed, it probably wouldn't really resemble the tab that much, because I added a lot of embellishments and things, which I started to try to tab out and realized that I was getting hopelessly lost myself, and you would also probably get hopelessly lost. So I think we'll just put up a little bare bones version here, and then maybe I can elaborate on it when I figured out how to teach better. I don't know. So let's go back through the song again, and let's look at the right hand now. So here's where all the magic happens. This is where Clawhammer Banjo is so unique, and what I think is so cool about it, because I've always had issues with timing, but if you get this hand going correctly, each measure is correct, because of the way you're playing the banjo. You just build in the proper note structure, and your rhythm is right there. So we're going to start off again. We're not doing anything but double thumbing. We're doing a 1st and 5th string alternation. So okay, then we're going to strum everything and go into that hammer on C. And you can play the thumb here, and then 1st, 2nd, 3rd open, or you can play that 2nd fret 1st string, and then it's up to you. Then we're going to drop down to the 2nd line, 3rd string, go right into a strum thumb, hammer on 2nd fret 3rd string, then we grab a D7th, ending on the 2nd string open. Okay. Then we go through the 1st and 2nd line again, exactly the same, and instead of ending on the 2nd string open, we end on the 3rd string open. a relatively easy part of the song. It's where we're just going to do strum thrums over basically 4 chords. It's E minor, D, F, and C. And the C gets a little funky because I try to emphasize the melody. So third line, we're going to hammer on into a E minor. Then we're just going to hit 4th string, strum thumb. Then we're going to transition to the D chord. Then the F chord. Okay, now we're going to go to the C. I'm going to hammer on the back part of that C. Then hit the 3rd string open. Just play the C twice in that partial form. Then I'm going to hammer on the 1st string 2nd fret and come off with my thumb. Then we're going to drop down to the 5th line, play the 1st, 2nd, 3rd string open, strum thumb, and then hit the 4th thumb. Okay, I played the last 3 or 2.5 lines exactly as I had it tabbed out. I'll go over it again. Let's see, I'll go over it again. Okay. That's kind of close to how I have it tabbed out, and a little bit slower so you can kind of hear it. Yeah, the tricky part is that C part, and I don't think I'm really playing it right because I'm not playing it up to speed. Happy playing.